Good day, I am Jan Fardo and will be reporting part of the Module 5 relating to audiences of corporate social responsibility. This presentation is about audiences of CSR responsibility from the standpoint of European Commission. It is expected that we should be able to explain the major categories and different audiences of CSR communication, understand the two classifications of CSR communication audiences, and connect the learnings into respective organization or envisioned organization. Before we proceed, let me share first the viewpoints of European Commission on CSR. The European Commission underscores the value of strengthening CSR and disseminating best practices by incorporating CSR into education, training, and research. Through its ISO 26000, any organization can be assessed on its commitment to operate in a socially responsible way. In a communication flow, there is a receiver that we define in this presentation as audience. According to the European Commission, there are four major categories of audiences of CSR communication. These are marketplace, workplace, community, and environment audiences, which will be explained further in the succeeding slides. The audience is dependent to whom where the company wants to inform its CSR, including the guides on the key messages. Although it's worth noting that employees is always part of the audience across these four categories. Marketplace audience is the first major category. In this type, the purpose of the organization is to raise awareness on its responsible operations in the market. As such, the following groups will be the audience: employees, customers, consumers, associations, suppliers, business partners, and investors. Communications to marketplace audience should express the company practices on integrated and responsible entrepreneurship. This may include companies' efforts to improve support to the local suppliers, customer satisfaction, product quality and safety, fair pricing, marketing and advertising, consumer rights, and human rights, especially those in companies where there are sourcing materials in other countries. Workplace audience is the second category. The aim of the company is to improve policies on the workplace, such as the audience will be the employees, trade unions, if applicable, local community, and public authorities. The communication message to this type of audience should be emphasized on the improvement of company working conditions and total compensation benefits, or in some cases, creation of more jobs. Furthermore, it can include actions on work life balance, especially during these times when companies adopted new ways of working as a result of COVID pandemic. This may include work from home arrangements and flexible working hours that serve as a win-win for both the employees and the company. Community audience is the third category, where the company communicates its commitment to the local community. In this type, the audience will be the employees and the relevant local institutions such as schools and relevant nonprofit organizations in the like. Communications to community audience should highlight company volunteerism activities or charitable donations that promotes economic prosperity. The communication messages can include company efforts to improve social integration, security, healthcare, education, and quality of life, such as sports or gardening nutritious foods, and local infrastructure such as roads or drying facilities of crops like rice in the case of agricultural community. Environmental audience is the fourth and last major category. In this type, the company communicates its initiatives in preserving the environment, where an audience will be its own employees, including business partners and relevant nonprofit organizations, customers, public authorities, and the community. Based on these audiences, the environment related communications focus on company efforts that protect the natural environment, which can include energy or water conservation, reduction of air and water pollution, and maintaining biodiversity. The four major categories of audiences and respective communication messages highlight the cruciality and successful flow of information of CSR communication. Although in reverse, the same audience will also be talking about the company or organization. Furthermore, the press or community organizations will also become interested to know more about the organization. Now, after discussion of the four major categories of CSR audience, let us proceed and explain the two major classifications of audience in CSR communication, which is the internal audience and external audience. These two major classifications of audience should be engaged to attain sustainable development that nexus into five processes: identifying the needs, establishing the goals, identifying the tools, measuring results, and adjusting for improvements. Internal audiences are those within the organization, which can be top management, employees, or providers or service contractors, while external audiences can be clients and other partners and general public, civil society, and even future partners, which is unknown. For internal and external communication, the need for this message as well as the tools are important parameters that should be considered. For communication needs with internal audiences, this can cover understanding and sharing CSR and its connection to organization objectives, identifying and handling common issues, informing CSR status to top management, identifying areas of internal collaboration. For external audiences, needs can include involvement in various organizations such as local community that need a permanent communication system. Also, posting a simple survey on the web or any platform to entice the audience to respond immediately. The active support and engagement of the board of directors is crucial in setting up communication procedures to facilitate sharing, feedback, and decisions. Equally important for audiences are the tools and CSR communications. For internal audience, the available and cost-effective tools can be internal chat system, an internet system where staff members or employees can upload CSR projects, information, an internal electronic newsletter, blogs, and webinars to review progress and support the needs of the project. In the case of external audience, two or multi-way communication can be practiced to enhance engagement. Although traditional tools may still include TV, billboards, brochures, while advanced interactive tools can include social media such as Facebook, Twitter, or videos in YouTube and chat. New trends of innovative tools such as gamification, augmented reality, and virtual reality are also used in trainings and marketing can be considered for this purpose. For our discussion, I'd like you to identify the audience and define the relevant communication message based on the four categories cited by European Commission which is applicable in your organization. Or can you identify the relevant internal and external audiences in your organization's CSR communication and discuss why those audiences and tools have been considered? These are the references for your additional readings. Thank you and looking forward for your sharing and discussion.